Welcome back to our backpacking through Europe 3 years ago, where we comment on backpacking through Europe 3 years ago.
Yeah, we started with Istanbul, Turkey. Now we're going to where?
Kadirli, Nuri's hometown. So let's see where we started.
Okay.
And I'm just eating Lucky Charms and
Old grape juice.
adult grape juice.
Cultured
Because
grape
it's
juice.
been one of those days.
Evet, şimdi Adana'dayız. Ekibimizle beraber bir Kadirli turuna çıkacağız. Evet, yaklaşıyoruz.
Beni tanıdın abi.
Evet, bu arkadaşımız namı diğer bir ton.
Yok ben Beethoven.
Beethoven.
So this is Nuri's house.
Yeah, it's the
Not Nuri's house, but his
My parents' house.
His parents' house.
in Kadirli.
And we're in Kadirli now.
It's a small city, very very small city.
And this is his mom. You know who that man is?
He's one of our village neighbor, might be our relative, I don't know, but
He's
he's
a guest
someone I'm
visiting.
familiar with it. But
And then we have Syed and Sinem, which are
my
Nuri's
nephew and niece,
nephew and niece. And they are just so sweet and adorable. We love them.
and just a cap. There's always a guest in our house. You can expect every second of the day you might have a guest. So and they just knock the door. There's no like planning.
Yep.
Always just someone comes knock the door
Always
for
someone
hang
comes
out.
over. And whenever a guest comes, you always make them tea. But the tea's always boiling anyway, right?
Yeah, most people
All
they have it
day.
brewing all day.
It's on the stove, ready to go, just in case.
Yeah.
So when someone comes over, they just bring the tea out and start pouring it. And you can see Anne has a teacup there.
Anne means mother.
Anne is mama.
Mother.
There's a tea glass there.
Yeah. Lots of tea drinking.
And this
Oh.
is Nuri's grandmother.
Bizim
Yeah.
bizim
sweet
ev sana
grandmother.
uzak mı geliyor?
She's
Ev sana uzak mı
old.
You can
geliyor?
tell us what you're saying there.
Ha, sen nereye gidiyorsun?
Babamı diyalize götür.
Diyalize gidiyor.
O sıkı.
Yoksa götürmez mi? Bir ay orada dur. Neydi?
Anladım.
Orada dururum da.
Evde olmuyor. Evde mi?
Seni Davutoğlu'nun, Rama gelinin canını sıkıyor mu? Hemen döveyim onları.
Yok.
Dövme.
Atasına
Kim canını sıkıyor burada?
My brother is talking to my grandma.
Herkes.
O zaman niye sen yanın oraya gidiyorsun?
Kınayı ne zaman yaktın kınayı?
Just like a small talks like, is your sons are being good sons? If not, we're gonna beat them or something. Just like, you know. And then she says, no, don't beat them. You know, in the end, she's a mother. And I was looking at her hennas in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very traditional thing, and I always seen my grandma had henna most of the time in her palms, always.
And usually it's just for weddings, but she had it a lot,
Yeah,
right? All the
yeah,
time.
more than weddings, she had it. It's just part of her hands now. And as you can see, she put on her nails too. So it's not like you know, like modern.
That's what your mom, when your mom did henna to me
you
a
paint-
year
she
earlier,
painted.
it was my whole fingertips and the palm of my hand. So my nails were that orange henna color until the nails completely grew out. It completely like tattoos your nails that
Yeah.
color. So that was pretty cool. And like, I don't remember how long it took to grow out, but some
Yeah.
people thought it was cool. Like, how did you get your nails like that? or some people knew what it was, and they're like, oh, you must have been to a wedding. I think they
Yeah.
might have thought it was Indian or something.
Yeah.
Nope, just my Turkish mother-in-law.
And that kind of like fabric colors patterns are very
Biraz oldu, biraz
classic in my hometown. Those for
Ama yenge gittikçe bir şey
Sen mi yaktın?
Etkiler tamam.
This is her tradition. She always had it.
Etkiler.
Always. Bu
Zelihalar
kınanın,
gidek mi?
kınanın yararı ne?
Çayı kaynatsan daha iyi olur ya. Pişmesi sanki uzun olur. Yani
It's good for you, she says. What is the
Bread of
benefit?
heaven,
Benefit of
they call it. It's good. It's a habit of doing a tradition, but at the same time it's good.
She says it's good for you. Yeah, it's good for you.
When you go to heaven, you say, "Bismillah."
Ya onu da sorayım. Türkiye'deki en çok
By the name of God. And henna, the sleep, whatever, like the product, the fruit, it also says Bismillah. So, just, I don't know if they're all
Saçlar iyice bir
Dede.
That is a beautiful video. I didn't know.
kocaman adam olacak.
Kocaman adam olmuş maşallah. Olmuş gibi.
Sana çok
If there's
benziyor.
anything interesting.
I'm saying, I'm like,
Benim babama benziyor.
well, I look at my mom, it's just like you.
Bebeme de benziyor.
So I like.
Yani bugün benzemesinde. Ay.
Anamda da bazen ahlaksızlık var. Binada tutunca.
Wow.
Ali'ye sor, Ali'ye sor.
So I don't know what they said, but my brother was saying my mom misbehaves sometimes too. I was like, what?
It's such a Ramazan thing to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's like he has no limit of. I mean, not that he doesn't respect, but he doesn't have a bone his tongue.
Hep sabah var.
That's what we say. He doesn't have a bone in his tongue.
Sende yok demedim ki ama sende kes.
Like it can control. It's like, you know, with a bone you can control the structure of your body, but when you don't have a bone you can't control.
It's a boneless tongue.
Yeah, boneless tongue, so
Oh my
you can. There is like no limit. You can
Wow.
say anything.
Wow.
It's a metaphorical thing, of
Did
course.
not. Never heard that one. Okay.
But yeah, traditional
Boneless tongue.
Turkish saying.
I'll keep that in mind.
Solak Ali misin, ümmet Ali misin?
Şimdi çocukken nasıldı anam? Çocukken nasıldı? Ne yapardı yani? Ne yapardı?
Diyemez mi?
Ha? Gelin oynar.
So I asked how was my mom when she was little, and she said she used to make little babies from cottons, and she used to play with them like
Aw.
little brides,
Little dolls.
dolls, brides, and you know, and then she used to play with them with clothes and stuff.
Aww.
Kasmadı.
Yaramaz değildi ya.
O zaman biraz büyür, boyumuz büyüdü ya değil mi?
My dad.
Herkes oraya gidermiş.
Oh, he's always sleeping.
Bir de hangi türlü
Looking
çocuk
at his phone.
başladı?
Sen İstanbul'a mı
Ha,
gittin?
zaman olmuyor okula gidip.
And this is Syed, his older brother's son. His older brother Ramazan's son.
Yeah.
And he always helps clean up the dishes after we eat. We always eat on the floor there.
Yeah, everyone helps. No one really sits down and do nothing.
Somehow Nuri let me brush his hair out, so I was brushing your hair. And you're being silly.
Yeah, we were playing with this app. You put your photo and turns you all young, man, woman, every kind. So I think that's what we were playing with. That type of shirt my dad was wearing was very classic. He has that kind of shirt.
Yeah, he wore that shirt a lot. Now we're in the village. The apartment we were at previously is in the city. It's like an apartment in the town, the little town. And then this is their village home a few miles away, like, you know, in the
I would
village.
say maybe 5 miles.
Like 5
10
miles away?
5, 10, yeah.
And they grow lots of crops right here. We're just picking wild thyme. So that's why everyone has a bag.
Wild times.
Wild thymes. Picking thyme.
Yeah,
So.
it's beautiful photos.
Yeah, the village is just absolutely gorgeous. And so peaceful.
Yeah, it's the best thing about that part of the village is it's so secluded. It's dead end. No one else.
No one's
Yeah.
gonna bother you.
Yeah,
You have
it's-
a lot of privacy.
You have it up to yourself.
Yeah, all this is the family's land. All these woods where we are.
There's danger.
No trespassing sign. And this is a little stream, I think. There was a little stream and we drank the water from it.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
my sister.
Yeah, that's Nuri's, one of Nuri's 4 sisters, Sema.
Yeah.
And that's her daughter, Sinem.
Yeah, 3 girls.
Yes. We have good chemistry. Like hanging out with those ladies.
I like your scarf there.
Thank you.
Cows.
Yeah.
Cows.
Oh, the cows are so beautiful.
Yeah, this view here, like what you
This
see there.
view, like,
I always woke up to that every morning.
beautiful.
I love that.
It's so serene.
I mean,
Dream.
I love the village. But I didn't like the work.
Yeah.
It's the heavy duty
They
farm
do a
work
lot
you
of
do.
farm like all day.
Yeah, you don't have time to enjoy it. You work. You don't have time to enjoy this view. That wasn't a thing, you know. It's like they live in such a luxury, have such a beautiful land, but they don't know if they sit down and look at and enjoy.
How beautiful the scenery is. And they see this every day, so they might not realize how wonderful.
So we're in our village in
Probably one of
Kadirli.
my uncle's cows.
Valerie is picking up some chamomiles and cows are just feeding themselves. And it's a beautiful day, very sunny. That's why she has her hat. So she's gonna pick up those.
Giant floppy hat. I didn't want to wear sunscreen or have to worry about sunscreen on my trip, so I just got this collapsible floppy hat to wear, and it had a strap underneath since I have a hard time keeping hats on my head when it's windy. So I have this super fashionable
Chamomile.
strappy
She's
hat.
gonna dry them up and then she's gonna use them for her soap. You know that she's making her soap. Garden goat.
You know?
Hey,
Do you know?
she's
You know.
trying
If
to
you don't
try
know,
her
now you should
working.
know. She makes soap. It's Garden Goat Co. Check it out.
In the cows. Cows are running away.
Oh. Valerie's watching the cows.
I'm in all of
There.
their beauty.
My
There's the
parents'
village
house.
house.
Yeah, that little tiny house.
Amazon is right
Well, it
there.
used to be a lot tinier. Ramazan extended that.
Up some thyme. Here is very organic and just very natural. We just picked them up in the wild nature, in between grass. So Valerie was first finding them with their smell because they have very distinctive smell. Right, and that's our pathway to my parents' house. That's where we grew up. That's the house. When I was little, we spent even the winter we spent here when I was little. And back in time, we had a pathway down there. Let me zoom in. You see that the trees, bunch of trees. So under there, it's going down. Like it's a big cliff in between. Right before the cliff, there was like there's an area we dig
dig there and just we had a well and we had water there, so we were carrying the water. But then later on the well dried up, so there was no water. So what we did is, let me just show you with the camera. But you walk down there, it's quite a bit walk, and there's another well. Down there we have a couple wells. We used to pull with some rope, bring with our buckets. We used to put some water and just carrying over to our house, like this pathway right there. We just were carrying it all the way down and carrying it to home. I was little, and I had my small bucket, tiny one, and my mom had big ones, of course. I was thinking I was helping. I had my small bucket carrying with her.
That's so sweet.
And like sometimes we go towards afternoon before it gets darker, and by the time we pull the buckets with water and start walking, it gets darker and it gets scary. And I didn't want to get left behind, so I was trying to catch up with my mother. She had a little stick, so she puts on her shoulder like this,
Her shoulders.
and then
And
carry
balance
two
the
buckets on her shoulders.
Yeah.
And then she tries to not shake too much, so because you don't want to drop too much water. That house there was even smaller. There were 2 rooms, one living room and one kitchen. So there was nothing else, and we had a restroom outside. I'm zooming into Valerie and she's picking up chamomile. Look how happy she is. Ah, smile. And then, anyway, so now it's a little bit more modern. And when I was little, we used to sleep outside in the summertime because it was so hot inside, and outside was a little bit more breeze. I was scared a lot. Like, it was very scary for a little child. There was a tree. In my dream, I was trying to run away. It wasn't a dream, it was a nightmare. I was trying to run away from that tree because trees start walking, and I was kind of tied up, not with a rope or something, it's just I couldn't walk. And I was trying to run. Everyone else was like gone because the weather was getting darker, night was coming, and anyway, so I couldn't move. Tree was running to, like, slowly walking over me. I woke up with sweating, and that was one of the scariest nightmare ever.
Hani o şeker otu topladık ya.
Evet.
Onu ben dedem...
Şu an burada elektrik var mı?
Olması gerek.
Onu yedi dedem, tamam mı? Ondan sonra yarım saat bir şey yemesi gerekmiyor.
Erol.
Onu bilmiyorum. Öyle bir şey mi var? Ah, he collected some of those flowers or whatever, I don't know. It's supposed to be good for diabetes.
Aww.
And like he was saying that sometimes he's not supposed to eat this and that, but he's still eating. He shouldn't eat it. He's complaining.
He's getting on to his grandpa.
Yeah, he's like, how can you do this, Grandpa?
Oh.
How can you do that to you? We were doing some ground beef.
Some cooking on the outdoor stove. Okay, now we're back at the apartment. And this is the, like, back deck area. They have an outdoor stove, and Ramazan painted bricks on it.
Yeah.
Because it's made of concrete, but he made it look like it's brick because he painted it.
Yeah. He's so creative
He
like
did
that.
that with a lot of their house stuff. This is Nuri's younger brother, Ali, and he's in a band called Grup Anavarza. I think we're gonna put some of his music in the video, but he performs at these little concerts all over the city all the time.
Seni sevdim
apartments in Kadirli, and this is in like the town. We're getting some like nuts and berries, and this was just a gentleman sitting on the side there. He looks so cute
In his throne,
on his throne.
reading newspaper.
Yeah, the kids just got home from school, and we were just hanging out
Yeah.
in the village. And then Syed and Ramazan had to go back to Batman.
Batman.
They live in a city called Batman. Of course, they pronounce it Batman, but it's spelled like Batman. So,
Yeah, in that
They're going
time
back
he
to
used to be there.
well, they took a bus back, and we were saying goodbye.
Yeah. Mom is always doing something.
What is Anne making there? Bread?
I think bread, flowers.
Wow. Yeah, she's always got a project. She's always sitting in the floor
Yeah.
with her legs spread out, and she's got a project in the middle. She's talking while she's making something.
Yeah. Lots of flowers.
Hangi
Lots
ara
of
bitti?
flower products.
Hangi ara bitiverdi? Kaç ara bitti? Hangi ara? Kaç günde? Acaba şu görüntü nasıl olur?
What is she
They're
saying?
gonna say make burek, like a big tortilla sort of a thing, or enchilada kind of a thing.
Okay. They're making burek.
Burek. Yeah.
Okay.
This one is for
Bana
burek.
da
She just put flour and she
Okay.
put salt. No yeast at all.
So
Just water.
This is a flat
Kızım
bread.
şunu mutfağa götür hadi.
Bayarı bile sen.
Explaining to me.
She's explaining how to make it.
One is with the yeast, one is without the yeast.
Oh.
Yok. Kendi yapar. Hadi. Güneşe koy. O da sofralarım var çekmedi. Acaba şu hamur az olur mu? Dur.
Anne sen su dedin mi koyarım ben.
Dur yavaş.
Ben bir börek ya yerim yerim.
Sen zaten yemeyeceksin.
Bozdu.
Zaten yemeyeceksin.
O bu çok sever.
Dünden babamı şeye götürdüm ya oğlum.
Ne ya?
Hastaneye
Hadi, hadi.
götürdüm ya. O kadını da veli sürüp götürüyordu annesi. Yeter.
Bir an sonrasının garantisi yok.
Yok, evet oğlum. Oğlum kendinize mukayyet olun. Sağlığınıza bilin işte gençlikte biz bilemedik. Kurban olun. 20 börek çıkar.
Çıkarsa yeter.
5-6 tane de şundan çıkar. 20 börek de bundan çıkar. Bu ya, küldürü var.
Ben ne yapayım?
Gelinliğime de gösterir.
Sen ben zaten artık bir çıkacağım.
Öyle
Nereye
mi? Sen
gidiyorsun?
çıkıyor mu?
With that, so I don't leave anything. Okay, now we're doing some yoga, and we're teaching Sinem some moves, but it looks like she already knew some.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
She was better than me, for sure.
Yeah. Look at that.
That was fun.
Vay yavrum. İyi eline koluna sağlık. Kuz.
Kurtuldum yani.
Ya Rabbi.
Vallahi üstünden dupduru su akıttım anne. Tertemiz.
Maşallah.
We're outside, and your mom is teaching us how to make
Burek.
burek.
Looks like moon.
Ya Rabbi.
Vallahi üstünden dupduru su akıttım anne.
So we had always like a pit like that,
Fire pit.
and that's the metal thing you go put on top, and that's where you make the bread and
Like you make it right here. Like she has these little dough balls, and then we make it. She rolls it out, and then folds it over,
yeah.
and then puts it on top of the flat thing to bake.
Yep. Very traditional.
Is there something inside?
Yeah, you put. I think either there's different kinds spinach, prepared one. There's spiced spinach and things. Then there's the potato one with onion and stuff. So there's different kinds. Some of them with cheese, like a cottage cheese or something. I have
I'm
cooked.
carefully observing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the audio, but it wouldn't transfer, so it's just no audio, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was trying to pick it up, but it looks like your mom's trying to take it away from you, but she's not really. It's just how the camera is filming it. I just want to feel it. Oh, I see the mixture in the pot.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the result.
Yep. From that to that.
Yes. Oh, there's little teenage Nuri.
It's in high school.
Do you remember that picture?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you?
In Adana.
You're on a waterfall.
Yeah, Adana was a fake waterfall.
Oh, it's not real?
No, it's a fake waterfall. They make it. Those are fake rocks. They did it a lot in different places.
That's really believable.
Yeah.
I really thought that was a real waterfall.
Nah,
Is it like a wall?
It's a park. In park, they made a wall and then made for like.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Aww, there's Nuri and his little brother Ali.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cute.
Look at my hat. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And
your little vest.
yeah, I like my vest and I like the
It's
pattern
really
on my
cold.
sweater. Wow.
Alright, there's all the 4 youngest siblings out of 7.
And like, look at that. Rabia is probably wrote all the names.
Yeah, Rabia.
Ali, of course, we didn't know.
Yeah. Well, Rabia is the baby, and
Which is one in this middle.
And she probably got a hold of all the pictures and wrote everyone's name on their face as if the family doesn't know. So when she was younger, so you know.
She put their names on them.
Yeah, she put my brother Nuri on his.
Yeah, Nuri Abim,
Nuri
my brother.
And then so Tuba's the older one there, and then Nuri, and then Ali, then Rabia. Those are the 4 youngest siblings. Alright, and
That's
this.
Sema's wedding, or one of Sema's ceremony before the wedding.
Okay, so
It's Erhan and Mom.
2 of his older sisters
Right there.
are on the far left, Tuba and Sema, and this is right before Sema's wedding.
That's Erhan's mother.
And Nuri and his brother Ali are on the floor.
Yeah.
So cute. And then we're leaving.
Wow, where are we
to
going?
We're going to Europe for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah, so this
Wow.
is
Pegasus.
our plane taking us from
Adana to.
Adana to, I think, did we go to Istanbul first?
I think so. I mean, you have to.
From Adana to Istanbul, and then we went from Istanbul to Naples, Italy. And that's
Yeah.
where we're gonna pick you up next time.
Wow.
Alrighty, that's it. So
Oh.
thanks for joining us with our Kadirli little adventure, and we'll pick you up next time in Naples, Italy.
Right on. Yeah, this was fun. Bye.
İşte gidiyorum Çeşm-i Siyahım Önümüze dağlar sıralansa da sıralansa da sermayemden